Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the Chiefs' 15-yard line.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. This is Fournette. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That second down play nets a -4. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. No score after 1 on EA Sports. That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. From the gun, it's Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tom Brady to his old Patriot pal, Rob Gronkowski. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gets this one to Hill. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Sean Murphy Bunting. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
At the 26-yard line.
Fournette, a first down carry. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He was still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. That's complete to Auclair, the tight end. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown
from 17 yards out. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. William Golston just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Here's Mickens to return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
28-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 29-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. That's complete to his running back, Evans. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Brady. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Working from the gun, it's Brady. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. This is Bell. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal.
Second down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining.
And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes going to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
13, Chiefs 8. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Down at the 23.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. They'll run it again with Fournette. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Brady going to try and throw on third down. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They do go for it. It's Brady. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here.
And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
A third quarter action from Kansas City. Second down and 10.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
And Again, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
That's the end of the third quarter.
We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Mahomes quickly complete out wide. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. William Golston able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Butker's kick here is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Ball carrier.
And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Now the toss to Jones, running right. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
The ball carrier.
After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the gun, Brady. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
The score, Buccaneers 20, Chiefs 11.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Mahomes eluding the pressure right. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Not much there, only a yard. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big pickup of 38. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll run it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Steps away. Completes it to Hardman. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what...
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Chiefs, 19.
So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
Tonight's final score, Buccaneers.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And, of course, this win, a big one. They can hang their hat on this victory on the road against the defending Super Bowl champs.
And you know how difficult it is for the team that wears the crown because they're going to get everyone's best shot. So let's face it, they circled this game. We're going to go in there and take down the defending Super Bowl champs. This is our opportunity. They're not going to walk out of here with a trophy today, but they will walk out with respect around the league, and to them, that's vitally important.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.
don't know my name. I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet.